Well, Battlefield 6's REDSEC is very close to just being Warzone. Obviously, there are some differences, and I'm going to go over those differences in a second. I think the differences are good, but I just wanted to say real quick is I don't think it's a bad thing. It's like Warzone. If you like Warzone, but you think it's a little too fast paced, you think the movement's a little too much, you might like RedSec. If you don't like all the skins, the crazy shit that a lot of people have been complaining about in COD right now, RedSec might be the move for you, you know? I'm not a huge fan of Battle Royales. I played Apex quite a bit. I liked Apex. But besides that, like peak Warzone during COVID, I played that a little bit, but like I never got into Fortnite. I never got into the other BRs that came out. So it really just Apex and a little bit of Warzone is what I'm basing this off of. And I think it's all right. I think it's all right. I'd say off the bat, the difference that you can feel is, like I said, the movement is not as fast. So there is a little more like I need to focus on my positioning and how I'm rotating and using cover and stuff like that, and less watch me try to break your ankles and slide cancel and drop shot all over the place. In one of the clips, you'll see me try to bunny hop, and I actually think it did a lot more bad than good. It didn't help. I still got the kill, but I probably would have killed him quicker if I didn't try to bunny hop. That's a nice thing about it if you like that type of playstyle in your battle royales, if you want it to be a little slower. The other thing I like about RedSec is the fact that there are vehicles. That's one of the difference. And when I heard that and first played it, I thought like, oh fuck, this is gonna be annoying. It's just gonna be kids in tanks and kids in helicopters, and it's gonna be dumb. No, it's actually pretty cool. So there's enough stuff around the map, and there's enough like RPGs and shit like that that you can combat the tanks, but also it's good to deal with campers. And I think campers are what sometimes ruin the fun in a battle royale. If you're just constantly getting killed by people camping in rooms, on roofs and shit like that, it gets annoying. So if you know somebody's in a building and they have all this cover and you have to push them, well, you can get a tank and blow down all their cover. We got some kills by literally blowing down all the cover that they were using, and they had to run out and move away from the tank, and somebody would clean them up. So it's kind of cool. It's fun. It's not gimmicky. I really thought it was going to be gimmicky. I really thought I was going to be complaining about tanks and helicopters and shit like that. No. The only things I've seen used usefully are the tanks and then some of the RVs to get away or to like cover distance across the field or whatever. But even then, I've seen a lot of people counter it. We've blown up tanks with airstrikes, with mines, with RPGs, shit like that. So it's just not overpowered, but it is useful. It's part of the game. And that's a big difference between that and Warzone. I don't really see that shit in Warzone. I don't think it is in Warzone. I know some cars are, but that's about it. But the vehicles in RedSec feel like part of the game, and it is fun. One thing I wanted to touch on that I do dislike about Warzone is the whole fact that you can just get a whole class that you have already made and tailored to Warzone. I think it takes away from what a battle royale is, which is you go and find loot and you use what you find, and you know, sometimes you do get lucky, you find a really good gun and good attachments and good vest, shit like that, and then sometimes you don't. That's what makes BRs fun. There is still favorited weapons in RedSec. You can go to a drop and pull out a gun that you have already made for RedSec. I wish that wasn't the case, but I will say it doesn't feel like it's being used as much, and it has as much of an impact as the custom classes in Warzone has. I haven't had a favorited gun once. I find guns on the floor. I find upgrade kits. I use that. I just use whatever I find, and I've been doing just fine. In Warzone, I feel like you have to use the custom classes. When I was playing here and there, you had to use the meta guns out of your custom class with the custom equipment, or you were going to get shit on. I feel like RedSec's not that way, which is a plus, but I do wish there was no custom guns at all. I wish it was whatever you find you have to use. Because like I said, I think that's what makes BRs fun. When it's just you're loading in with your multiplayer kit, kind of takes away from the fun.
Knocked one.
So overall, I think it's a fun game. It has some differences, but it's not groundbreaking. It's not going to steal a bunch of Warzone players. I don't think. Maybe they'll steal a lot of the unks. I think that might happen, to be honest. But besides that, there's nothing that makes me go, holy shit, I'm going to grind REDSEC. There's nothing that like captivates me, keeps me interested in it. I do think their other game mode, Gauntlet, which I'm going to do a separate video on, has a lot of potential to be really fun. I do think they need to make some changes. I've actually played Gauntlet more than I've played REDSEC. I think that's way better for the Battlefield format than REDSEC is. But that's about it. I just wanted to rant about this new game mode a little bit, kind of hop on the REDSEC train a little bit, make some content, yap about it a little bit. I'll probably post some more clips on my shorts and stuff like that, but I won't be playing this game too much. That's about it.
Killed one.
You killed one?
Yeah, with the airstrike.
Got him.
One's hit for 159. Let's fucking go, JJ.
That was nasty. Wait. Wait, that final kill was nasty.
Hold tight for exfil.
Holy shit.
It's impressive. Enemy hitters will think twice when you're on the battlefield.
I didn't even get to use the red gun.
How many kills did you get?
11.
Oh, you got 9 or 11. Yeah, 11.